Oh, Brian Dunaway signed into the game. You guys are both in. You're in.
We're in. We're never
out.
We're only in.
I didn't even need to tell anybody.
Nope.
Didn't need to remind anyone.
Nope. That's one of those proud parent moments where you can just go, look at the kids. They remember to do their thing.
Exactly.
Love it. All right. We are recording, and I think we're ready to hit it. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Every half hour in this London factory, he has to match for colour one of the freshest biscuits in the world with one of the stalest.
Let's go already!
The morning stream es muy caliente.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TMS. It's Wednesday, December 28th, 2022. We don't have too many days left of this year, Brian.
We really don't. Yeah, I think, as far as this show's concerned, it's this and tomorrow and then a couch party. Are we doing a couch party?
I don't even
Friday?
know if we are.
Oh, we're probably
Friday...
doing a gaming party.
No, I don't even know if we're doing that. We're doing that's Saturday. We're doing our the 3:30 thing.
Saturday 3:30 is our
right. So I guess we would be doing would be a play date this weekend, right?
Would be a play date, yeah, play date. So we got to decide if we want to do that Friday or Saturday, because we alternate. Sometimes we do Fridays, sometimes we do Saturdays, because sometimes people work and they can't make it to things.
Sure.
I guess you and I'll just have to talk offline and figure that out, because I just remembered it now.
Yep, just started thinking about it. But I was thinking whenever our next play date is, we have to try that new Among Us mode where you just get chased by one bad guy. Have you seen this?
No, but it's not the VR one, right?
No,
it doesn't work with the original.
No.
Doesn't work with the original Oculus. What the heck, man?
What the freak, man? No, this is... So, back at the Game Awards, they announced in a trailer a mode for traditional Among Us, which is basically one of you is this horrible creature, and the rest of you are hiding from that creature. And so... You're whoever it is, and it's not like a thing where you have to guess who's who. This is like a totally different mode.
Right, totally different mode.
Yeah, so you go hide. It's hide and seek, basically, is what it is.
Okay.
But it works really well. I played a few public games, and I really want to play that with people. So
cool.
Looking forward to it.
Multiple people. They're just the hide. Everybody that's playing is a hider, except for one person who is a seeker.
Yeah. So you start the game and it goes, all right, there's 12 of you, 11 of you are on the run, one of you has the thing, and the lights are off. So,
I was going to say it would have to be, because otherwise it's like, oh, well, you're hiding behind the generator. Oh, you're sitting in the captain's chair. Jeez.
Exactly. And so the only time you see people is when you get within that little circle of view. And it's intense, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's play it. Sounds great.
All right, I'm in too. I think it sounds like fun. We got an email to help us understand. And so that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Sorry about yesterday, everybody. I had some stuff with my mom, and I actually hope that translated to some good stuff with Brian, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So we were talking about these instruments, like, xylophone style with the keys, and you're hitting them with the
ones
you
mallets.
Hit
with the mallets. Right,
yeah, that whole thing. Well, somebody gave us some clarification, and I went ahead and did a little extra work so that we had some audio of these.
Oh, great. I was hoping, I was thinking, Kat, when I saw this in our show notes, I was thinking, if I had the time, I'd find some examples in my library of songs that use these. So good. Glad you did.
Yeah, this is a lot more, I think, educational here for the kids.
It's more, this is an immersive experience, as they say in Las Vegas.
That's right. Line your kids up. It's time to learn. Here we go. This email's from Jeff, occasionally, let's see, W1 Lujang.
I guess so.
In the chat, I don't know how you say that. Pronounce it.
One Lujang.
One Lujang. Anyway, he says regarding those instruments, here's the rundown of them. The marimba is made out of wood, usually rosewood, and is really big and mellow. Here's what that sounds like. Oh yeah. Big finish right here.
Ooh, double.
I'm pretty sure it's the beginning of a Zelda song or something. It's pretty good. Anyway, then he goes on to say the xylophone, the one we all think of, also made of wood,
Oh,
but
okay.
much higher pitched, more likely to be found in orchestras and Brady Bunch soundtracks, he says. So here, this is the one, I feel like this is the one we've all heard. So here, yeah. Oh yeah, this is like, oh
yeah, that's Yogi Bear coming down the stairs.
yeah,
To Flight of the Bumblebee.
What? It reminds me of I Dream of Jeannie is what I think of for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
it's when Fred Flintstone is bowling and he does that little tippy toe walk down the down the lane.
That's almost a guarantee that's a xylophone. I'm sure
exactly.
of it.
Yes.
Then there's the vibraphone.
Okay.
He says this is
just
made
for
of,
the ladies, right?
Yeah, this is for the ladies. It's made of metal and has a pedal which allows you to keep the pitch going, and the motor. There's like an actual motor on this thing which drives the fan that also causes the vibrato, hence the name vibraphone. Think jazz and loungy sounds, and here's what that sounds like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 70s vibe.
Totally. This is like your combustible Edison, your Esquivel.
Yeah. Yep. Well said.
Actually, I think Esquivel probably all three. Every song he does has to contain one of those three instruments.
Yeah, it's required by his law that he's established.
I love Esquivel. Like that's, we were talking about music that that I tell you about, like that Mark Mothersbaugh Christmas album and the Shaggy Sinatra album. After the show, put on a little Esquivel today, Scott. I guess after DTNS, because you got a busy day, don't you?
Yeah. Well, no DTNS today. They took the week off like normal people. And,
why didn't we do that? Damn it.
We're just like, we're gonna just keep the fun rolling here on TMS. But yeah, I don't have that. I do have play retro later, and I got to play a bunch of Barbie games before that. Freaking Dunaway. What has he done to me?
Barbie games. Nice.
Anyway, so then he goes on to finally say the glockenspiel, which we did bring up as well. He says, or sometimes referred to as bells, are the very high-pitched metal instruments common in orchestras, and that's what this sounds like. Oh, and don't mind this guy's noisy room, but I feel like he did it at the office while everybody was walking
That's
around.
right, exactly. Everybody was walking down the yellow brick road while he was playing that.
Yeah.
Okay, glockenspiel. You know what else? It's really good if you have Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells album because I think he goes through. Does he go through all of those? I know at one point, I think right before Tubular Bells, he says glockenspiel, and it's. So side one is basically the Exorcist theme.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's exactly how it goes, and Linda Blair is spinning her head in her grave right now.
Yeah.
But then the B side is one long track that has this kind of, constant and then it's like he goes through every instrument, I guess, that he has in his orchestra that he has access to, and he announces each one right before he plays it. So it's electric guitar.
It's a weird thing to do, isn't it? A little bit.
It is. It's cool. It's a really cool thing, and it's a great, it's for a 25-minute song. And I do have it on vinyl. I should put it in my little frame holder. It's a great album to listen to. I think he's the one. Is he not the one announcing? It's like some famous star, right? Doing the Tubular Bells.
I have no idea. I thought it was him. I assumed it was him that does all that talking, but maybe it's not him.
It might be him. Although, why?
What's crazy is how old this is. 1972 or 3 or something.
I know, yeah.
50 years old, that
thing. It's funny
thing.
because, let's see, Steve Broughton of the Andrew Broughton Band,
I mean, he didn't write Tubular Bells for The Exorcist. The Exorcist just used stuff for a track, for back stuff.
I believe so, yes.
Because otherwise, it'd be weird to have, because there's an official soundtrack to the movie, and then there's Tubular Bells, which is a whole separate thing, but it's using tracks
and that Exorcist theme, when you listen to the full version by Mike Oldfield, there's a point that you never hear in the movie soundtrack that it
This
turns into. Yeah, there's right there.
Okay.
Here comes our YouTube.
Yep. YouTube robots are out.
That's right.
Yep.
There's a point where it goes into electric guitar, very fuzz, very distorted electric guitar, and that, as a kid, freaked me out because this was the album I have was my stepdad's, and I took it with me when I moved out. But yeah, it goes. You hear the regular thing that you know from The Exorcist, and then it kicks into these electric guitars, and it's such a crazy, freaky, demonic sound that these things have with all the distortion. Completely freaks me out. So if I don't know if it's got to be streaming somewhere, but if it is, go listen to Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells.
Oh yeah, it's on everything. You can get it everywhere.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Good.
YouTube's got the whole thing. You got it on Apple Music and Spotify.
Oh, cool.
And
Yep,
all
there
that.
it is on Apple Music right there. Yes, it's 4 tracks: Tubular Bells Part 1, Tubular Bells Part 2, and then really it's just a couple of singles that were added to the remaster or something.
Yeah, that thing is considered like a classic among classics. That thing
Totally is.
Yeah.
I should 3D print the Tubular Bells.
Oh, you should do it.
That famous,
the
famous
big
album cover.
It's very, very cool. The remaster is just a big 50. They just put that out this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he's come out with sequels too. He's come out with Tubular Bells 2 and Tubular Bells 3, and I don't know what those are.
A bunch of bells made out of tubes. Just keep it going,
sequels to the album. Yeah, interesting.
Just keep it going. Anyway, thank you, Jeff. That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Love that. I also would like to share how I lost Whamageddon this year. Would you
Now
like?
this will be interesting because I wasn't sure. Is Whamageddon? I thought it ended at Christmas, but maybe it doesn't.
Oh, I don't. That's a good question because this audio was recorded shortly after. But so I guess I won if we're counting Christmas Day. I lost if we're counting before the end of the year. And here's how I lost.
Okay.
This is the version I heard.
I gave him a hug. Maybe the next day, I gave it away. He's here. I stay in my tears. I give it someone special.
So if you're gonna lose, that's how you should do it.
Technically, you didn't lose. That's a cover.
Yeah, that's true.
covers.
That's a cover.
Covers don't count. Yeah.
Yeah, but how does it rank on your scale of did you do anything unique with your cover or did you just do it like the original?
He definitely put it into his own style.
Yeah.
So it's I like the acapella is a nice take.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I like slight changing of some of the lyrics.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned a hug.
Yeah, I said a hug. I gave me my hug or gave you my hug. Yeah.
Gave you my hug. You gave it away.
That's a good point. He really did make it his own. So
Yeah, he made it his own. So
good job, Van. Merry Christmas.
5 out of 5.
I agree. And if you're gonna lose, that's the way to do it. I say.
Yeah,
Is have some.
like you said, you still haven't lost. You're still in the game, Scott. If you haven't heard the Wham version, you are still playing. And I don't know if it goes until January 1st or if it ends at Christmas. But
Yeah. I got lucky this
somebody
year.
else needs to clarify.
I will say, Taylor had no idea he knew how to. She didn't know he knew this song. He just suddenly started singing it, and so they recorded it. So that's a weird thing. I guess you hit a certain stage when you're a little kid, and you start to imprint things you hear, especially music.
Yeah,
Music
for
starts
sure.
to become memory, and then
One
bam.
of my favorite stories is Tristan. We're working on a little scale model of the Sydney Opera House for a school thing. So
Yeah.
I'm helping him with folding the paper because it's like a paper folding deal.
Yeah.
And David Bowie's changes. I have my phone on shuffle and we're listening to music, and David Bowie's changes comes on, and he starts singing along with it because he's like 8, I think, or 9 or something, 7, 8, because there was a cover of it on the Shrek soundtrack that he listened to all the time, and so he's just singing along with the words, and I'm like, how do you know this song? Like, this is you are like A-level at this, with this.
That's funny. I wonder how many kids,
Musical
especially his
appreciation.
generation, there's so much of that in the era they grew up, the early aughts.
Yeah.
They probably gleaned most of that from the animation and TV and stuff they were seeing.
So yeah,
All
and
these
then
classic
he's saying
songs,
"Holding
but-
Out for a Hero" and everything went to pot.
Yeah, then you're screwed. Forget it.
Just
Forget it after that.
came crumbling down.
Well, anyway, that was a whole lot of fun. Hey, let's get that doctor update. Yesterday, because of us being gone, it gave kind of Brian a bigger window to try to track his doctor down.
It did.
Did it
Not
work?
that it helped. I mean, basically, I made the earliest that they could get me in for an appointment was at 3:30, so I didn't get in until way late afternoon. But and my regular GP that we see was not available, so had to go to whoever drew the short straw for Christmas week.
Yeah.
But it was it worked out really well. So he basically asked me a few questions, and he says, all right, well, here's the deal. It's your lumbar 4 and 5 or what are causing you problems. And he showed like a little map that kind of shows you which areas going down your leg are controlled by different lumbar in your spine. And so it's like, whoa, okay, it goes, lumbar 4 goes down to your shins basically. And it's kind of amazing. So
right.
He figured out which things, were causing pain. He had me rate things on a scale of 1 to 10, what I could do, what I couldn't do. And he kind of contradicted / clarified something that the urgent care doc wasn't super clear on, which is urgent care doc said, yeah, if it starts hurting, whatever you're doing, then stop doing it. You're going to cause more problems. Yeah. Not completely accurate, because you do want to keep stretching. If you stop as soon as there's even the hint of pain, it's just going to get worse and worse. So you've got to do some stretching. You've got to get into that first, when things get to level 2, 3, maybe, you just got to keep pushing it and not stop when there's, when you get to level 1. Then he also put me on some steroids and continued me on the non-drowsy muscle relaxants that the
ooh, nice. Brian's going to be all roided up, baby. Woo!
Right. That's right. And heat only, like
no cold. Interesting.
No cold. Mrs. Crazy Neighbor, as a physical therapist, said, yeah, you want to alternate heat and cold. And he said, yeah, if you're seeing good results with the cold, you can do it, but for something like this, you don't want to constrict anything around the sciatica.
Yeah. So, I think I remember hearing that too, so that's good to have that confirmed.
Yep,
so those the non-drowsies, can you have those any time of the day? Do you feel like you're going to fall over? Like, how do those work?
Yeah, I can have them any time of the day. They make me a little tired, but not like
Yeah, you're going to fall asleep. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I took one this morning. I'm still standing up, so that's good. And I'm standing up also because this mat I have has all these bumps and ridges and things like that I can kind of do, heel stretches and toe stretches and things like that.
That's good. And well, that's good then. So no cortisone shots or whatever the heck that is, or is that what the steroid is?
The steroids are a tapering set of pills, so it's like 7 days, but you go down from 7 to 1 pills, and it tells you what time of day to take them all. Oh wow. So that you kind of hit them hard but taper down and not get hooked on these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pills as opposed to shots.
So by Saturday, you'll want to snap into a Slim Jim with all those steroids. I'll
give it some roid rage.
Yeah, some roid rage over at the Ibbett house. Watch out, everyone, especially Tina.
Yeah, and Sundays when we're having the whole family over to do another Christmas family thing that they weren't part of the other Christmas things we did. So
you're doing that on the first, or the New Year's Eve?
Doing that on the first, on New Year's Day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after we do Film Sack, the whole family's coming over to do. I'm kidding.
You're generous.
Uncle
tone.
George and Aunt Barb. And,
you love them. They're great.
I
right?
love them, and the daughters and the daughters' daughters and like all that. So it's going to be a house full of people. Those kids love the basement. Like they love coming down here, playing the pinball game, playing the covercade. Mm-hmm. Checking out the 3D printer and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. And get a tour of where all the cool stuff gets made. That's cool.
That's right. Go inhale some ABS fumes. Woo!
Nice. I don't think we have anything fun planned that day after Film Sack. I think Kim and I are going to go to brunch or something, if anything's open.
Cool.
Yeah,
you could go see Avatar.
Oh, we may do that. Maybe we'll do that.
Because the first is a great day to see a movie.
Is it? Or is that crazy? I haven't done that ever.
It's probably going to be busy, but get your tickets now, and then you can...
Okay. You know what? I'm open to this.
Yeah.
I'm not completely opposed to this idea that you've shared. All right. Well, on that note, we are going to get Dunaway in here and on it. Okay?
Yeah.
He's still home, had the week off. Lucky guy. At least I think so. I don't know if he's at the office or not. Pretty sure he's at home.
Yeah, no. He was off Monday, but that could just be a one-day thing, or he could have taken the whole week.
Could have been a freak deal. Oh, why is that so quiet? There we go.
There it is.
Hey, Dunaway, what are you doing and where are you? Are you at home or are you at work? What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I'm at home today. I've been off since last Friday, so I had a good holiday time. Yeah.
You lucky bastard. Cool. I want that. I want to. See,
lucky?
The problem is...
luck would involve me, lucking into that. Those are conscious decisions I've made over the years to take a job that would allow me to accrue vacation time so I could just take it. That's not luck. That's
true.
Just good planning.
That's good planning. But my boss is a dick.
That's good planning.
My boss is a huge dick.
I know. Yeah.
I can't deal with him. He's the worst.
Don't get me wrong. I'm
slave
working.
driver.
Yeah, I'm working towards that though. I would love to be in a position where I could do my own thing.
Well, get ready to be terrible about vacation and making sure that you're covered on everything and that you're not overworked and all that.
There's something to be said for that, man. Like, when you've got a boss, it's like, all right, I'm forced to take days off that I might not take if I were working for myself.
Yeah, for myself, I have no worker rights.
Good.
I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
That's all bullcrap.
Yeah.
This thing where you're all protected out there in the world because there's certain rules about the workplace.
Yeah,
they don't make you do it when you're the guy and the employee. They don't make you. Mm-hmm. So I treat myself
How
bad.
about this?
Yeah.
What if you have a day job and then you treat your part-time job like it is also your day job? Then you work both. And so I'm at work, and it's actually kind of laid back at work. It's like, they don't expect me to do one thing. And then when I get home, it's like, I'm doing a million things. Like right now, I am 3D printing a Flexi Rex. I've discovered a few things.
Yeah,
I am also. Yeah, I finally did it. I'm doing it, Ibbot. I'm doing it.
No, you subscribed to. Or wait, did you subscribe to him on Patreon, Flexi Factory, or did you just buy the model on?
No, you can get the model for free off.
That's a free one on My Mini Factory
it's a free
or
one.
wherever.
Yeah. I've got that. Also, right now I'm streaming. I've tapped in. We're actually streaming this right now, talking to you guys.
Whoa!
So I'm tapped in on your stream.
Whoa!
And I'm trying to do all my retro homework for the night for Barbie. So I've been streaming since about 10:30. Then I've streamed about 2:30. That's the kind of schedule I keep.
All right. Well, you're already doing it
on my day off.
You're already close enough to what we're talking about. That's fantastic. We have a listener on the line who's going to play along with us today. Let's find out who's been waiting so patiently. Hello, who's this?
It's Raven. I tried to get my husband. I tried to get my husband, who is off work this week, to do it, but he's playing Fortnite.
Oh, well, look, there's headshots to be made, and we can't expect him to drop everything. Well, by the way, what's his
addicted to it.
What's his go-to skin? What does he like to play with and look like when he's out there?
He just got the Ghost Rider skin that went in the store.
Oh, that one's actually pretty cool.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, there's those guys. They get so many good deals on so much crossover stuff. They got DC and Marvel and movies.
That Marvel stuff is almost enough to make me want to play Fortnite. But
yep, it's crazy.
Well, he was really against it until like a couple days ago when my younger son said, "Hey, Dad, you want to play this with me?" And he's like, "They've really made this good now."
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a cool game, especially if you do the no build mode, which is the part I hate.
Yeah.
That's now a permanent addition to the game, and so you can just play without that stupid build, and it's actually a very good shooter at that point. It's really good. So I'm in with him.
Yeah. Because then you're not creating these like impossible ramps for people to get up and.
Well, it's the worst. I hate it. I couldn't stand the build mode thing. It's its own skill set, and I appreciate people who have it. I don't want to play that. All right, that's weird.
So since I've won so recently ago, Brian, I ask you, if I do win, can you gift my codes to somebody? In the
hell yeah!
Sure.
Yeah, we're always willing to.
I didn't think you'd won recently on here. Did you win on here, or did you win from some other drawing or something?
No, I won. I did this about 2 months ago. I think I got.
Yeah, I
on.
think I remember that. Well, okay, let me.
Good job.
Here's the deal. If you hear about these games and then you tell your husband what they are, and he's like, "Oh no, I gotta have those," then you guys keep them. But if he
I'll
doesn't
give you the
care,
option,
yeah,
because this is a prize package like none other. So you may want to change your mind after that.
yeah, we'll see. So Brian, why don't you explain that what she could win and how this all works?
Sure. It's time to play the Tadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Raven CTG, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you get a prize package that includes, courtesy of me, cities, skylines, and a whole bunch of DLC. After Dark DLC, Snowfall DLC, Relaxation Station DLC, and Natural Disasters DLC. Because it was cheaper for me to buy a full package that included all those than to buy the extra DLCs that I wanted. So
yeah, a reminder: this is the true successor to SimCity.
This is the
amazing
SimCity
series.
that you want and that you deserve.
Dang straight. Yeah, so you can decide what you want to do with that, but if you'd have to win first.
That's right. Yeah, that's going to be a tall order. So let's see how you do. Let's give everybody their topic. We asked 509 Tadpoolers, and in an absolute first, 0 of them passed on the question.
Whoa!
No
Everybody gave an answer, which I can't.
What'd you ask? Like, what's your favorite color or something? Cripes.
Hands on your buzzers. I'm just kidding. What's your favorite color? Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Put your hands on your buzzers. We asked 509 Tadpoolers to give their answer to this. Name a kid's breakfast cereal.
Coming.
Scott Johnson.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Number 3, 2 answers will beat it.
What do you got, Dunaway?
Well, if I'm gonna, I just saw this. I've been watching Bernie Mac, been rewatching that, and they used a real branded Fruity Pebbles while the kids were eating cereals. I was like, what? You can't do that.
Also, where are you watching Bernie Mac?
Fruity
Where's that showing? I like that show. That was on
Hulu, I believe. It's on Hulu. It's a great
That was
watch
a great
too, man.
show.
I had forgotten how much I love that show.
It was great. You know who was great? Didn't Rodney Dangerfield have a small role? He'd keep recurring in that. He'd show up as a neighbor or something.
So
Maybe you
many
haven't got there
comedians
yet.
did. Ellen DeGeneres was on the last one I saw.
Oh,
wow. Comedians. Shaq was in there. A bunch of "Hello America," you know that stuff. So it's good stuff.
Bernie
So
Mac
I'm
was
going
great.
with.
I miss Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah, me
best
too.
actors in the Ocean's 11 series,
I agree.
Yep.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Relive it on the Hulu.
They should have put him in the
and-
tiny
and-
box. Put him inside
Yeah.
the
Use
the
my
bank
affiliate
vault.
link though.
All right. Show us Fruity Pebbles. Number
Oh, are you
7.
kidding me?
So
the
Scott,
best kid
you and
ever.
Raven have control of the board.
All right, Raven. Growing up, what was the kid cereal du jour in your household?
Count Chocula.
Oh man,
Oh, that's
a good one.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Count Chocula. Oh, he didn't do that. That was the count.
No, it was a whole different count.
You have one cereal.
All right. Show me Count Chocula.
Oh, really?
13, just out of the top 3.
Ooh.
Oh, 10 would have been
Now
good
I
for
don't.
points.
Now I don't believe anything. I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we back when we were doing Battle Royale, I think I gave you guys what are the top best-selling cereals in the country.
Yeah.
Not just
Yeah.
kid cereals, but the top best-selling. So if this does sound familiar to some people, we have talked cereal before, but
we
not
love
in
cereal.
this
Not this
format.
context. Yeah.
That's right. Brian, you've got control now. What do you got?
What do you like?
I'm
buddy?
going oat bran. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say, how about it's not small? No. It's real big. Honeycombs.
Sure.
Do kids still eat
Honeycomb's
that?
big.
I love honeycomb.
It's
If I
not
could eat
small.
sugar in quantities anymore, I would eat honeycomb. I love it.
Honeycomb is funny because actually it's just the it's just another piece of cereal from another one that's no marshmallows. I don't want to say what the cereal is because that might give you an answer. So yeah.
It's, you know what? You think about it, it's like those lyrics probably could have been written by Paul McCartney. Honeycomb's big. Yeah. It's not small. No.
He'd have to write it in his wonderful Christmas time period or whatever.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. That era.
All right, show me honeycomb. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Oh, hold on, I gotta do it again. There you go. It was weird.
Don't
It was
do it
delayed.
twice.
It was
Lag.
delayed for me, so I did it twice.
Yeah.
Number 18 on the list.
Okay, I'm gonna
Only-
think different. I gotta think different than okay.
Think
I'm
different.
Yeah.
Apple cereal.
Different generation here.
All right.
That's right.
The one that jumped to my head was Fruit Loops because just kids like Fruit
There you
Loops.
go.
What do you think
Sure.
of that there,
Good answer.
Raven?
Sounds great.
Okay, we're going Fruit Loops, Brian. Little hoops.
Show me them little hoops that taste like fruit, spelled like Groot.
Yeah. Oh, we're number
Number
2.
Oh, look
two.
at that.
Yeah.
Toucan Sam would be proud.
You're still ahead of us, though. It's annoying. Points.
It is annoying. Suck it.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a big one around here. My kids loved it.
Cinnamon.
That's all they wanted
Hey,
growing up.
Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms.
Oh, Lucky Charms is good. Let's do Lucky Charms
Charms.
first.
Okay,
Let's
all
do
right.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms first. Well, as a matter of fact,
Oh, number 1.
yeah,
Oh,
Lucky
look at
Charms the
that.
number one answer on the board.
Yeah.
So it is
Claire
first.
must have really leaned on heavy on that one. So okay.
Boy. I swear to God, when we went to Ireland and traveling all over the place, that's all you could get to eat was
Yeah,
Lucky
yeah.
Charms. Yeah.
Yeah, the stereotypes are true.
I like
it
a
turns out.
salad. I'm sorry. All we have is Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
sorry. How do we have our Lucky Charms?
We don't have other food here. We've got
Guinness.
a bit of potato
But you can
left.
put Guinness in your Lucky Charms if you like.
There might be a potato in there. It might have the blight. Yar. Now they're pirates.
Now they're pirates.
Yar.
What do we got? What did I say
You
before?
want to listen to
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Raven's
Oh.
suggestion?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's do that.
All right. Choosing to listen. I
No,
could've
we already
just
did
steered you
hers.
right
She
into
said
it.
Lucky Charms before.
Oh,
So-
yours was cinnamon toast
Yeah,
crunch.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to
Mine
yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to give this one to Brian if it's on the board. But if it's not on the board, then I just basically steered you right into a wall. Show
That would be
me
amazing.
tastes like cinnamon toast. Must be cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah, number 5. And Scott takes the lead.
Now you're ahead.
Those are
now
good-
you're ahead.
Good pointies.
Yes.
All right. Back to Raven here. Do you have a good call?
Well, my husband's in here now, and he's like trying to tell me what to do. Here, Josh.
Back
you
off,
What do you
man.
think this is? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What is
Yeah,
this?
no, I
You
like
gotta
this.
Phone a friend or ask the audience.
Phone a husband. I
He
love
must
it.
have heard. Yeah, he must have heard. He wants to
Applejack.
win. I wanna win.
Apple Jacks. Oh man.
I love
Applejacks.
the superior Fruit Loop.
Yeah, I agree. I actually like Apple Jacks a
All
lot.
right. Because A is for
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
J is for Jacks.
Yep.
Golly, all these
Yep.
songs really could have been written by Paul McCartney.
Truly. Truly.
They probably were.
All right, show me Apple Jacks.
Oh,
Boom.
no, come on.
Number 15 on the list.
Oh,
Those are
man.
great.
Yeah, they are great.
They are great. Just out of the top 10.
Hey, quick judge question: when these, do these variants of these cereals counted, or did you group them?
I separated variants,
Okay.
but I will tell you that no variants are in the top 10. So
Okay. So no
Captain
Crunchberry.
Crunch Berries, for example,
Yeah.
was popular.
So you
and
can't
and
you
peanut
can't
butter
say,
Captain
you can't say
Crunch.
all berries. Right.
Can't
Yeah.
say oops all berries. No.
Yeah.
Right,
People
right.
did say it, and they're those scored points. But I feel if I'm telling one of you, I'm telling all three of you that no variants were harmed in the making of this top 10
Okay.
list.
I'm
Excellent.
telling one. I'm telling one. I'm telling all.
Yeah.
That's right.
No variations in this thing. Well, I'm gonna go with the most popular cereal just ever, I guess. The Frosted Flakes.
Oh shit!
I didn't want to go safe, but I guess I'll have
Sure.
to since
Gosh,
Scott's
dang
taking the
it.
lead.
I hear they're great. And what is it? Is he
They're
a lion? Tony the
great.
Tiger?
No,
Is
he-
he
No, he passed away, didn't he? The voice of Tony the Tiger, didn't he?
yeah,
pass away?
Oh,
Thurl
yeah.
Ravenscroft, the guy who sang
Yeah,
"You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that was the same guy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
was the voice
That's
of
right.
Tony
Yeah,
the
same
Tiger.
guy.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm
Yeah.
having a memory of we even talked about this before, but I completely forgot about it.
You're a great one, Mr. Grinch.
You're right.
That's great.
All right, show me Frosted Flakes or Frosties if you're in another part of the world.
Oh.
Yeah, number 6.
That's a good
Boom,
one.
just like that, I'm back in the lead.
Those are
Yeah.
good
Takes the
points.
lead.
Woo.
Hmm.
Boy, when I'm not at work, I'm on point.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna say, how about give me some of them?
Kit Kat bars. Oh.
Well, yeah, give me a break. I can't decide. Well, they're not for rabbits.
Oh,
They're for kids.
They're for kids. Yeah.
So it's in the name. It's got to be one of their favorites, right? I'm gonna go Tricks with an X.
Tricks with an X, baby.
It's like basically, yeah. All right, little flavorless balls. Show me.
Yeah, I hate Tricks.
Kicks, Kicks ain't got what Nintendo's not, or something like that. I can't remember. Show me Kicks.
That's totally it.
Tricks.
Oh, they're on there, man.
Oh, did you say Tricks or Kicks?
I said Tricks.
He said Tricks, Rabbit.
I'm right. Oh, now but it's been seen. How can you undo it? You can't undo it.
Now you didn't see anything. You saw nothing.
Yeah. Saw nothing.
My next guess is Kicks.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart breaks Dunaway.
Richard
Is Todd
Dawson
Cochran here? It's
just
Todd
kissed the other
Cochran.
team, apparently. Yeah.
This is a Todd Cochran moment, is what this is.
He
all right.
filled me up. What are you talking about? He didn't skip me. He full on. Woo.
I just Gilbert Gottfrieded that.
Yeah, sure did. Skipped ahead, told us the winner. All right,
we should
Dunaway.
probably just pull that.
Maybe
Maybe we
was a
should.
labor of love, but I don't know
Can
how
we-
much
how about
love
we
I
just-
have for it right now.
How about we just go? We just won't use that one, and we won't mess it up by saying it.
It's fine with me.
Can we do
Tell you
that?
what, you could leave it to the very last answer and then run the board
Right.
so that Raven
Oh, that's a
can
good idea.
win this.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
All right,
Um,
Dunaway.
I
I
can't
could,
think of anything, but-
swap it out for number 11. I really could.
Oh, that'd be good.
Really could mess you guys up because
Right.
That'd be
number
fun.
11 is only off by one vote. So
Oh, really?
could.
Do it.
If you
Swap
could-
it
if
in.
You could do that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't break the machine, don't break the machine though.
It'll break the machine, but I'm not going to do it. So if you just guess that, I'll
Okay.
give you Kicks. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, moms like it for what it's not. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
Right. Right.
I like that.
Oh
All right.
crap! Like I said, all I can think of is Kicks now. Kicks is like it's taking over my head.
Whatever you do, don't think of a white horse.
I can't
Right.
believe it was even on there.
Um,
I hated Kicks as a kid.
I
but-
know. Exactly.
Right.
My joke was going to be, it's like Tricks without flavor, but I was like on
Yeah,
the cusp
yeah.
of saying that because I was thinking Tricks and Kicks, and
There you go.
Yeah.
How about
Chicks.
how about King Vitamin? No, I'll go with the worst cereal ever.
yes.
I'm gonna go with the Rice Krispies of some sort. I'm gonna say Rice Krispies of some sort.
Well,
We didn't already do Rice Krispies, do we?
you didn't know. it,
I'm sorry,
but
Christ Krispies? Is that what you just said?
Rice
Krispies.
Wow.
Rice Krispies. You put up Kicks. You can't judge me. Rice Krispies.
I didn't put up anything. All right.
Rice Krispies.
All right.
Okay,
Christ
no,
Krispies.
I'm not gonna
Rice-
let you do like of any sort, but I'm gonna. If you say Rice Krispies, I'm gonna take
Right.
that answer. All right, show me Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispie.
Oh,
No.
man.
Cocoa Rice Krispies.
They're also in part of
Can
the
I
world.
say
I think
Kicks?
Australia. They're called rice bubbles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. Like I couldn't. Don't give me a box of rice bubbles.
No. These bubbled up, and we collected them and put them in a bowl for you. Ugh.
Exactly.
Where was Fruity Pebbles? Because I'm starting to think Cocoa Pebbles. Oh, no, you said no variants. Is that a variant?
We said no
Right.
variants.
No variants made
Yeah.
the top 10.
That's a variant.
It's a pebble.
Some people
any
did say
pebble-
But
Cocoa
wasn't there-
Pebbles, but I will say that
Wasn't there
No
Cocoa
Pebbles.
Rice Krispies?
There was, but that's what he's
But
saying
Rice
is that
Krispies
counts as a
was
variant.
wrong as well.
Oh, I see what you mean. That would be the same, right? Except that
Right,
wasn't.
it'll be a,
Yeah, but that's not up there, so it doesn't hold to Brian's comment that he didn't include any of those in the current list.
But Scott,
now-
I don't want to be responsible for the third strike.
I
so.
know, me neither. All right, you know what? I got one. I like Honey Smacks, the frog one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Sugar
I do
Smack.
understand Honey Smacks.
Yeah.
used to be
That's
called
cool. Is that-
Sugar Smacks, and then they changed it to Honey Smacks.
They
because,
did.
How do they make those? It's like bloated rice, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah,
Like
they're just
bloated
rice-
honey
rice
smacks?
cereal.
rice. Yeah,
Is it puffed? Okay.
it's puffed.
Yeah. Stay puffed.
Bloated rice.
I think Snoop Dogg helped with that. As, puffed rice. Puff,
boy.
puff, pass. All right, show me honey or sugar smacks.
Oh, come on!
Got it.
Brian, you
All
have
right,
to
so
run
Brian,
the board.
You've
got to
to run
it.
the board so
on.
Raven can
Are
get
you guys
these
gonna help me?
prizes.
So do we still count Kicks? Can we go ahead and put the Kicks up there, or are we out of
I
that?
think he swapped it. The 11th is something else now.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If you
You're
get
gonna
the other
stick with
two,
your-
I'll give you kicks. How's that?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got any more ideas? Where's the chat room saying? What's the chat room saying? Let's see. I got my own chat room,
chat
and I
room
think we
has-
did all these.
the chat room has said some of them. I just saw one of them.
I just saw C3POs. I would love if that was the right answer.
Bad gay movies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't even think I ever had that. I was
Boy,
one of
this
them.
is tough. Apple Jacks has already been said.
We did honeycomb, right?
Were you guys thinking of Cheerios? Because there's all kinds of variations of Cheerios.
Yeah, but I
Cheerios.
wouldn't.
We didn't put Cheerios.
I wouldn't count on that, Brian.
I mean, Cheerios, kids. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Kids, you give them to the
Cheerios.
little kids, right? Just bring a baggie of them
Yeah,
when you go to a
baggie.
fancy
And they're
restaurant.
not-
Just
And they're not the kids' favorites. They just like
teaches them fine
these
motor
again.
skills.
Yeah.
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 Bad
true.
gay movies.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my God, I can't. I'm just like totally blanking here on kids. Let me think a second. Let me see. Let me
Okay.
go through my childhood memories here. Okay, those were gross.
The Jizz Whiz.
Uh-huh.
What was that?
Nothing.
Kismet?
We're just going down memory
Just
lane.
as part of a balanced breakfast.
Yep.
Jizz. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
That clown cereal that made your poop change colors.
Oh, Kabooms? Is that
Yeah.
Kabooms? Which
I've
one was
never
that?
even
I
heard
don't
of
know about it,
Kabooms.
but that's what I'm thinking about.
I've never heard of Kabooms.
Yeah, because
I
they
would
do make
listen-
you poop.
I don't know. I would listen to somebody like 9 of 12, September out there.
Oh, so like if I was looking in the
if you were
I
looking
would
at
never
the
do
chat,
it.
I would
Son of a
say
bitch.
something like
Hey,
that.
Brian,
It's so
are you
fast.
cuckoo for Cocoa
How about
Puffs,
some-
perhaps? What do you think of that?
Oh,
Yeah.
So not
Cocoa Puffs.
not Golden Grams then is what you're saying, Scott.
Yeah, no. Kids
I mean,
don't
I'm just
like.
saying Golden Grams are delicious. They're kind of like another version of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So
Yeah.
Golden Grams are pretty good,
They
right?
both
Yeah.
smell like your footy pajamas when you're 5.
Yeah.
We actually have a big box of Golden Grams upstairs. I haven't dug into it, but
You have a Costco-sized box of
I think it is.
Golden Grams?
Yeah. It's because
yeah.
There's some boxes or some cereals you can't get in a small box size, and Tina's like, I'm just gonna get the big box because I want these. It's like, okay, cool.
I always feel sticky after eating Golden Grams. Does anybody else feel sticky?
Yes.
Like
Well,
just
you
feel like I
you
gotta
gotta use a
take bath.
spoon.
I'm like, ah.
I feel sticky now.
Oh,
thinking
I just
about
grab them by the handfuls. Is that how you guys do it?
That's
Okay,
why you
whatever.
feel sticky.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's what.
it. Yeah, welcome to the South,
That's
everybody.
why I eat
Oh, okay.
wasabi covered wasabi
Right.
dusted almonds with a pair of 3D printed plastic tongs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nailed
I
it.
pour Karo syrup on mine. Is that not how you're supposed to do that?
No.
All right, fine.
don't do
Ugh.
that.
All right.
All right, pick one, you
So,
slacker.
anyway, are there any other answers that you're cuckoo for that you might want to?
Oh, so you're not gonna do that? So I guess 9 of 12. So yeah, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Which
Oh,
is
hey, that's a
really
good
weird
one.
thing
All
to
right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Show me Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way we're gonna guess this last one though.
There's
Unless
two.
It's Corn Pops.
There's 2.
There's 2 left, but again, if you
Kicks-
get number
kicks the
9,
give
I'll
me if
give
we
you
can get
number
one.
10. But if you guess number 11, I'll give you.
I'll also give
I'll give
you.
you the win.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
And number 11, boy, if there was a cereal that was more closely tied to something that Brian Dunaway says, I can't think of what else.
oh,
what
really?
it could
Really?
be.
Because I was trying to specifically to avoid a Reese's PCs, a Puffs, but those don't count in
Oh.
with the Cocoa Puffs.
I thought it was
the
something
same
with
company.
like "No You" or something. I didn't know what
No
to expect.
You.
No, they're different. I consider those to be a different cereal, not a variation.
Interesting. Yeah. So I was gonna say So I'm gonna embarrass myself and just say Reese's Pieces Puffs.
All right.
Reese Puffs. Reese Puffs.
Show me Reese's Pieces Puffs. All right, so that is
Kicks.
number 11. Because you got that, I'm going to give you number 9 and give
reveal
Raven the
kicks.
win. It's a
Sweet.
Christmas miracle.
Oh,
It
thank
is a Christmas
you.
miracle. Good Lord. This is great.
I'm just curious. Okay, so here's a really good way to do this. Raven, now that you know the prize, do you want to keep it or do you want to trade it for something behind door number 3?
Oh, nice.
I actually have that on my Switch.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Aw.
Oh, so we'll trade
right,
it
so
for
you're
what's
gonna
behind door
donate
number
it.
3. I like this.
So
Yeah.
if somebody in the chat room that wants Cities Skylines and a bunch of DLC, don't just guess it because you want to
Great.
show how smart you are, but guess number 9, you will get these Steam games, and I'm gonna send Raven a 3D printed Mandalorian.
Oh, that's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah, a 3D printed
And-
you're the
Mandalorian.
best.
Yeah, look at that.
Aw.
No Grogu.
And as
All
someone who's starting out on 3D printing, I'm going to say that is a huge give.
So,
that's like a 24-hour give for me. Mm-hmm.
We're just going right into it. Congratulations going to Mikey BC14. Number 9 is in fact Cookie Crisp.
Cookie.
Or,
Wow.
or as Amy Redfraggle put, Cookie Crips, which is the worst gang name. By
Yo,
the way.
yo, yo,
Right,
we're the
Cookie
Cookie Crips, yo.
They got like cookies all over their bandanas. It's amazing. Little
That's
cookie
right,
crumbs.
exactly.
That's awesome.
So
That means
Ooh,
everybody
so,
wins.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
That's awesome. And
all right,
very
so
kind
Raven,
of you, Raven.
email me your mailing address, and I'll send you a Mandalorian. And Mikey BC, email me as well, and I'll get you these game codes.
Very nice. Coverville@gmail.com,
Thank you,
everybody,
guys.
is the email address
You
to
are
use.
the best.
Oh, are we,
And,
though?
the
Are
highlight
we?
of my day.
I think you're the best. That's what I'm going
Merry
to say.
Christmas and happy Lagrange Point Day between the two big holidays.
That's right. Lagrange is my favorite ZZ Top song. All right. Let's
Mine too, actually.
it's really good. It's really good. Hey, Dunaway, here's the good news. Today at 3:30 Mountain Time, we're going to play retro, and as you hinted at earlier, we're covering all the old 8-bit and 16-bit Barbie games. Why? Because they were massive and we didn't even notice. We're going to give some love to a thing that just happened under the radar of boys, and the girls made us look bad. They sold more of that than they did Doom at the time. It was insane.
Yeah, 1996 Barbie sold more than Doom at the time. Now, don't get too excited. I mean, Doom was released as shareware and you had to order it through the mail, so it was much harder to compete with a Mattel retail release. But I'll tell you this, Goldfarb Productions for the 1984 Commodore 64 one, that guy's still alive. He's 101. That dude's 101.
Yep. Yeah, he's into it. He's still playing with his Barbies and his Ken dolls to this day.
Yeah, he only did 2 games. He did the Barbie for the 64 and the Hot Wheels for 64, and says I'm out. He's the same guy who created the Chattering Teeth. Did you know that?
Oh,
The
no, I
first
didn't know
Barbie
that.
game was made by the guy who invented the Chattering Teeth. Those little
that's so
wind-up
awesome.
chattering teeth.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Well, see, this is the kind of stuff you're going to learn when you hang out and be a part of that show. So if you want to watch it live, it's at 3:30 Mountain Time at frogpants.tv, or you can get the podcast wherever you get them. That'll be a little bit later this afternoon. Usually we're on Tuesdays, but, holidays and stuff, we're just kind of all over the place. But anyway, Brian Dunaway, is there anything else you would like to say before I let you go?
No, you.
Oh, hey, that's your best thing. See you next year on this show. See you next year. Yeah. Another great year of Dunaway's screwball comedy. All
That's
right.
right.
Whoops. What did I do? Hold on. I killed a tab I didn't mean to. Oh, shoot. I
no.
lost the show.
No.
Let's pull the show back up. How about that? How about we have the show up? Feels like an important part of said show. There we go. All the notes are there. We're fine now.
Okay,
all right.
Good.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will spend some time with each other, Brian. And we're going to do Reccamentaling. Tom's out today, and he's off all week for DTNS, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to bug him on here. So he's chilling like a villain.
Give that poor guy a break, would you?
That's right. Both Nicole and Randy are also off with holiday things, and as a result, we've decided to do something a little special today with Reccamentaling. You're going to get a new Reccamental plus a little more. Stick around to find out what. Okay.
A little something extra.
That's right. Can you play a song, though? Because I don't think I can do it without it.
Okay. Well, fortunately, I can do that.
Great.
We've got a sibling duo, an indie rock sibling duo from Austin. They wrote, recorded, and mixed their first songs during quarantine in a storage unit. It was really hot in there. And,
Weird. Okay.
And then Greg, the big brother, got hit by a car, and he only has 1.5 legs now. John is the little brother; he's normal AF. This is seriously from their PR, which is some of the best written PR I've ever read. So I had to read it verbatim.
That's great. Oh my gosh! All right.
Their genre is technically indie rock, but it's clearly early Tarantino. They only speak in movie quotes, and they both think they're lovable. They're the lovable anti-hero.
Wow.
If that doesn't entice you into getting excited for this song, then I don't know what will. The brand new EP coming out January is called Sudden Sea. I believe it is. Let's see. let me make sure about this. Oh no, the single is called Sudden Sea, but I'm playing a different track, a different single that they released called Pure Graffiti. So you're getting you can hear this one, you can go and listen to the other one, then you can be notified when the album is ready for streaming. The band is called Solo Solo, kind of a funny name for a duo band. The single is Pure Graffiti. Here's Solo Solo.
If I go missing, please do 2 things. 1, check near the parking lot of Sears. 2, arrest Billy Ray Cyrus.
Which of these doo-wackies dispenses horchata?
The morning stream. You look like crap.
And we've returned. Who was that again? That was great.
That band is Solo Solo. They're a duo from Austin, Texas, and that's the song Pure Graffiti from their upcoming album, or their upcoming EP, which comes out in January.
Couple of hipsters right there. I like them.
Yeah.
Janie in the chat says, Scott, message from Discord, look outside, it's snowing. Yeah, it's been snowing all morning.
Yeah.
We had rain all day yesterday, literally like morning till, 10 p.m. We had just solid rain because it wasn't cold enough to, turn into snow. But overnight, the magic of weather happened.
Yeah.
Tons of snow now.
I hear that in Utah, a dog was reunited with its family after he got stuck up in one of the mountains.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Yeah. It was on the Denver news for some reason, but
weird. Well, we like to take care of our neighbors over the mountains here and there.
Sure.
Sometimes have stories about you guys. Let's see. Search and rescue team saved dog near frozen waterfall in Utah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is good. A dog stranded near the thing, saved by search and rescue, according to the Weber County. Oh, that's way up north. Let's see. An unidentified hiker found Nala by nightfall and resumed his search in the morning. Let's see. Oh, no, they couldn't find him, but found him in the morning. Let's see. The dog said his cell phone ran out of power and he couldn't find anywhere to charge it. That's what the dog said. All right.
The dog ran out of cell phone power?
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
Wow.
No. You got to remember, charge before you go up there, everybody. Charge your phones.
For sure. Boy, that's, do it. Don't wait on that sort of thing.
All right, we are going to do this now. This right here. And this means Reccamentails. It's just me and Brian today, but we have proper Reccamentails, and then we're going to do something a little special. We're going to tell you our favorite 5 things that we recommended in the year of 2022.
Yes.
And you'll be surprised how far back my number 1 and 2 go.
I go all the way back to February with mine. I think you go back to January with one of yours.
Yeah, it feels weird because I thought I would be more recent stuff, but you know what this is? The list had a way of making me go, some of these I don't even remember.
Right.
And clearly they're not on my top 5. They were fine.
Yes.
They were good and still recommend them, but it's the ones that really stuck out and, hung on that I remember.
Yeah. And huge thanks to Claire who extracted all the stuff from quicktms.li and compiled it into a Google spreadsheet that Scott and I could pick from. So she's the best.
Thanks a lot, Claire. All right, here is our Reccamentails for the week, though. Brian, let's start with you. Do you have a setup for this here?
My setup is that this is a series on HBO. I did a little bit of editing to kind of tighten up things to make you fully understand the premise of this show, which is hilarious and brilliant.
All right, here we go.
This conversation's going pretty well, right?
Okay.
Do you think so? I don't know.
So far, so good.
We've been having fun. Yeah. I assume we've been sharing some laughs so far.
Yeah, I hope to continue that way.
So that's no accident. Everything that's happened so far today, I've rehearsed it dozens of times. These exact words in a replica of your home with an actor playing you.
Okay.
Remember a couple weeks ago when the gas company came by because of a leak in your building?
Yes.
Well, there wasn't a leak in your building. That was my team.
Check the stove.
And when you gave them access, they secretly made a digital map of your entire home. We then recreated every detail of the space as a physical set in a warehouse a few miles from here. And with the help of a fake you, I could practice every single permutation of this interaction and have a plan for it. The actor I hired analyzed your submission video to mimic your speech patterns and psychology. And we tried over and over, and I'd adjust each time until I perfected it. With shoes off.
My gosh, this sounds insane.
It's completely insane, and it's both brilliant and one of those things that just makes you feel slightly uncomfortable, because as he's describing all this, they're showing, the actor that he hired to play the guy that he's talking to, the replica of the guy's apartment, all that stuff, and it's just brilliant. The show is called The Rehearsal. This is a documentary comedy series, written, directed by, and starring Nathan Fielder. He had another show called Nathan For You that I could have sworn somebody on here recommended.
Was it before before we tracked it or whatever? Maybe
somebody brought it up and I just assumed that somebody talked about it. But so basically what Nathan does is he helps people who maybe are nervous about doing a thing and give them the opportunity to rehearse and practice doing that thing before they do it for real. For example, this first episode, the guy you hear him talking to is on a trivia team. And early on, when the team was talking to each other about their educational history, he lied and said he had a PhD when he does not have a PhD. And the guilt that he's been experiencing has been eating him from the inside. And he wants to specifically tell one person who he thinks would be the most offended by that, because she's been sending him job leads that require a PhD.
Wow.
So he wants to tell her, but he wants to practice because he knows all these things that can go wrong.
Right.
So in this first episode, and me telling you about all this stuff, even though it doesn't really spoil it, because this is where the devil's in the details. When you watch this thing, it still blows you away. But Nathan creates a perfect duplicate of the bar where they go play trivia, complete with other patrons, and a trivia host and a bartender and liquor, and basically figures out the right time for him to bring up the fact that he lied while they're playing trivia, because it's a comfortable, safe space. And even the askew picture on the wall they show the original and they show this recreation, and it's like this perfect, slightly askew picture on the wall, and these tables and chairs and everything. It is absolutely amazing, the effort that he went through. So make good on all the effort that he went into to do this by watching this series. It's hugely acclaimed on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 94%. A lot of people called it the best new series of 2022.
Yeah, it's reviewing. It's even IMDb, which tends to skew lower, is 8.6, which is just about as high as you get on there. That's really good.
Metacritic 86 positive out of 100 critics or whatever, or no, 86 out of 100 based on 23 critics. It's only slightly uncomfortable.
That's what I was going to ask. How much cringe am I going to feel?
Not a lot of cringe at all. The cringe comes more with a later rehearsal, and it's more one of the people that is brought in it's actually two of the people that are brought in for that rehearsal. A woman decides she wants to see what it would be like to raise a child from a baby to 18, and because they don't want to do this thing over 18 years, they keep switching out the child with older and older actors every few hours so that she can experience what it's like to raise a child.
Wow.
From 0 to 18 in just a few weeks. It's fantastic. This is on HBO Max. It's called The Rehearsal, and it is I highly recommend this.
Okay. You know what? You've convinced me. It does. My first thought when I was hearing that was like, oh, this is going to make me feel really uncomfortable. But it's based on what you said. Yeah.
The discomfort comes less from the scenario and more when you when you get to know one of the people that's going through this rehearsal, you're like, oh God, this person's kind of a wackadoo.
So it's not so much a prank. That's what I was worried about. Is people are getting pranked.
No, no prank at all. Everybody involved knows exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. And only the person who is that they're rehearsing for has no idea of what it is. So
I am all
that
in
name
on
again is The Rehearsal, and it's on HBO Max.
I love the weird stuff that shows up on HBO that no one else gets. I love it. Like that John, what's his name?
Oh, the
John Smith, whatever it is, the New York
guy
guy
who narrates, does all the B-roll footage while he.
I love that show so much.
Yes, How To with John Wilson.
Wilson, that's it.
Wilson, yeah.
And
Wilson.
New season of that coming out. I love that, and I don't know where else. No one else is making that stuff. It's all HBO these days. So don't screw it up. HBO, don't f that up. Okay.
I still haven't seen season 2.
You need to. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, we loved it. And then we binged one again. We liked it so much. All right, here is mine. This is a thing that just came out this year in theaters and then made it to streaming. Let me make sure where I watched it. Crap, that's important. I'll find it while we're talking. Okay. But anyway, it is really good. And I went in thinking it was going to be just okay. But I'm now convinced this should at least be nominated this year. Other things will probably win, but I feel like this deserves some credit. So that's all I'll say. Here you go.
Somebody's going to have to come up with something. Rick. Oh, what were you thinking?
Just a crazy idea.
So tell me. Rick, crazy's better than nothing. We've got nothing.
We call Harry.
Harry?
Dr. Harris.
That's brilliant.
Or insane.
Oh, both.
Okay. It's very enigmatic. You don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, based on your description, I was 100% convinced I was going to hear Daniel Craig with a weird accent.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen Glass Onion yet, but I suspect that will win awards without even seeing it, just because I think that I don't know. I'm hearing nothing
everybody
but good
is
things.
loving it that I've heard about talking about it. So
well, this movie is a Ron Howard joint called 13 Lives.
Oh,
and this is the basically dramatic retelling of the rescue of all those boys in Thailand that got stuck in that cave when the monsoons hit.
Right.
And it was a big deal for a while. And at the time, the whole world was sort of on pins and needles about what they were going to do. There were 12 boys and a 13th, the coach of these kids. They were all soccer player kids. Mm-hmm. And they're the lives in question. Normally, when a movie comes out and it's like based on real events or whatever, I'm always hit and miss on that stuff. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes, it's just too, I don't know. Like,
sure,
they take too many liberties and they don't necessarily tell it the way it really happened, that sort of thing. It turns out Ron Howard stuck to the script and he got some amazing actors in this. Viggo Mortensen, Colin Farrell, Joel Edgerton. All three of them are really good in this. Wow. In particular, and I know we're all having a bit of a Colin Farrell moment with all the stuff he's doing lately. Mm-hmm. It's such a subtle, affecting role, and not even the biggest role. It's a small role, but he left me thinking about him a lot. Colin Farrell's character, he plays a British guy, so again, not being Irish here. Joel Edgerton's playing an Australian. That may actually be what he is. Is the Edgerton brothers? Are they from Australia? I don't know.
It certainly sounds like an Australian.
No.
Hey, I'm an Edgerton.
Viggo Mortensen doing a good British accent as well. But
yes.
Anyway, it is really heart-wrenching, really well made. It's one of the most pure. Everybody's intentions are a different shade of pure. Like they just want to save these kids. There's nobody trying to derail this or do something for power or make the political decision that goes against the saving of these kids. Everybody just wants to save the kids. And so there's a tone of optimism to this that I'm not used to lately. Just feels like a lot of movies are about a lot of dire things. And even though this was
all the true crime stuff that we talk about on this show, right?
Oh yeah, there's just so much, right? So this just had a quality of like, these are people, different walks of life, strangely in weird ways brought together because they had certain expertises that played out well in saving these kids. And I don't want to give too much away. If, people may not be aware of the true story or not, but how they get these kids 2,000 kilometers distant underwater in a very tight cave system to safety will blow your mother effing mind. How they pulled that off. And
cool.
This is not a spoiler to say all of the kids and the adult coach lived.
Made it, yeah. That's the only part of the original story that I remember, and other than obviously the rescue, the style of rescue they did, and then also Elon Musk calling one of the people involved a pedophile.
Yes, that's right. But that's because
I'm hoping that part is not addressed in the movie.
They don't even mention him. He's a dick. And on the ground, I doubt they had any knowledge of any of that. I don't think nobody was talking about Musk on the ground. They were just busy trying to figure out, all right, these local farmers are going to let us flood all the excess water into their fields. It'll destroy their crops, but it's okay. It's to save the kids. Like, it's just a lot of like emergency stuff. It's all during the crisis. It's not, here's a bunch of backstory on these people's lives. You just kind of get to know them through their actions. And I like Ron Howard. I like his movies, but it's sometimes a little hit and miss. Mm-hmm. When he's good, he's amazing. Perfect Mind or Beautiful Mind. Being one of them, where it's just like, wow, I can't believe he made this movie. Little Ronnie Howard, and then he'll make movies like, I think The Grinch is kind of terrible. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. I know some people love it, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, this is one of the high marks, and if this thing doesn't at least get nominations for something, Best Director, actors, maybe something at the Oscars, that'll be a shame, because I think it deserves it.
And it's a dramatization, right? So it's obviously not a documentary, because you mentioned all the actors that are in it. So yeah, this would be like could fall under adapted screenplay or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. And if it wins that, I wouldn't be surprised either, because it's just really cohesive. The thing is 2 hours 27 minutes. It didn't feel that long. It felt fast and furious. I would warn people with extreme sort of like cave dweller level claustrophobia. Mm-hmm. There are scenes in this where you're like, I couldn't do it. It's like, this is so tight in there. How the crap are you going to do it? It's amazing, but it just is such a hopeful note throughout, and even at the end. And I adored it. I thought it was great. Loved it. By the way, it's Prime is where it is. They have it streaming in 4K. It looked really good and it sounded really good, and I just think it might be one of Ron Howard's best. Maybe not since Apollo 13. And maybe, you know what? Maybe Ron Howard needs to do more of these things where it's like, here's the thing that really happened, so I'm making a movie about it. Because Apollo 13
dramatizations
is that,
or whatever.
Yeah, and this is that, and they just did an incredible job. So, in particular, I just cannot get over Colin Farrell. It's not a flashy role. It's not anything. It's kind of basic, but he does it. He's so good at it that the whole time I was just glued to his performance. He's so good. That guy, we're entering a phase for him. I'm telling you, where things are going to get just better and better with Colin Farrell. Anyway, cool. Go check it out. Again, that is 13 Lives. I can't wait to watch
Banshees of Inisherin, because I'm so excited to finally see that.
Yeah, and that's streaming somewhere.
It is. It's streaming on HBO Max.
Yeah, watch that. In fact, I think that may have been what I chose. I chose this over that, but because I was told this was leaving sooner, I think.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Anyway, worth checking out if you have the time. All right, Brian, let's get to our top list of the year.
So, you and I decided we would do go back through all of our picks over 2022 and come up with some recommentals, like our favorite recommentals from the year.
Yep. Let's start this way. We'll start with our fifth and each do our fifth
See,
and work
mine
up
are
to
in-
number one.
Okay, I have to figure out mine in particular order. Okay, I can do my. Yep, I
only have one that this isn't really my order, but I do have one that stands above them all, I guess.
Okay.
So these would be kind of random for me, but I'll start with the Peripheral, which I just recommended, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. And I think the Peripheral's awesome. I can't wait to see what they do next. It does end in a very nebulous place, which has put some people off, but I just found the whole thing compelling and made me want more. So of all of the things I recommended this year, that's easily in my top 5 and is still currently a Prime original and will foreseeably be there forever. So, and a season 2 on the way. So check out the Peripheral. Brian, what's your fifth?
My fifth would be Tokyo Vice. This is a series about Ensign. It's played by Ensign Elgort, a journalist who moves to Japan and learns that they have a different way of reporting things there, and he has to conform to the Japanese style, or he kind of wants to break out of the Japanese style where it's just reporting without any sort of editorializing and things like that. And he gets deep into stuff with the Yakuza and finds a hole underground that is not an actual hole underground, because there's lots of holes underground.
Sure.
But he finds an underground thing going on that he wants to expose, and puts him and his friends in danger.
Including cast member Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe, and I don't have her name in front of me, but the actress who was in Legion as the woman who had kind of similar to Rogue-like powers, where she could, Rachel Keller is the actress.
Okay. I forgot about her. She's cool.
She's great in this, and so is Ansel Elgort. Did I say Anson?
I think you said Anson, but you're good.
Anson. He's an ensign in the military.
Oh, she was in Fargo as well. Great in Fargo.
Yeah, season 2 of Fargo.
Yeah, the best season.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Tokyo Vice on HBO Max. Great series. First season is already is wrapped up, and then season 2 supposedly coming soon.
Nice. Her hair is crazy in Fargo. All right.
Now I need to go back and look. I'd forgotten.
She's really great in it. I'm going to go with my next one. Again, no particular order here. The Old Man, which I know you ended up seeing as well.
Just finished it myself, and great recommendal.
It's good.
Yeah.
The Old Man stars everybody's favorite dude, Jeff Bridges.
Right.
And John Lithgow, and a whole bunch of great supporting cast. The entire thing is a great spy mystery, and deals with Jeff Bridges as an old, I don't know if you say retired, but an old man who's no longer in the world of international espionage, but gets pulled back in for various reasons I don't want to spoil. John Lithgow is somebody who is both friend and nemesis, and I should mention also that
uneasy partners.
Yes, that is a good way of putting it. The supporting cast, for example, I can never find her name. Where is it? Arrested Development.
Amy Kellerman. No,
Alea Shawkat.
Alia Shawkat.
Yeah,
Yes.
I never say her name right. She's awesome. Amy Brennerman's awesome, as you mentioned her name a little bit there. Bill Heck is really good. The dude who plays such a slimy bastard at the CIA, E.J. Bonilla, is really great.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. It's a great little series. Season 2, can't wait. Super stoked. Highly recommend this series.
Did you say what it's on? Is it on Amazon Prime?
It is a Prime original, yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hulu original. Hulu
original. Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
That one is on.
I'm putting these
Prime.
into our quick TMS.li as well.
Very nice. That was number 4 for me. What's your fourth?
Well, since you chose an Alia Shawkat recommendal, I'm going to choose another Alia Shawkat recommendal. The After Party. This is a series that was on Apple TV Plus, or is, because you can still watch it, of course. And if you've been waiting to pick some time to watch some stuff on Apple TV Plus, just get a 1 month free membership and try things out. I think Scott might have something that's on his list that's from that as well. This is a mini-series about a murder committed at an after party. And the guy who gets murdered is... see, this is where I probably should have pulled up all the information beforehand. Franco, but not that one.
Not those Francos, different Francos. James Brothers Franco.
No, the brother Franco. Dave Franco.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, Allison Brie's husband, Dave Franco.
Right.
It's also got Sam Richardson, who was so close to being another one of my picks, The Detroiters comedy series, The Detroiters. If I could have picked 7, I would have probably picked that. But you've also got Tiffany Haddish as the detective who's investigating this murder. And the format of the show, there's, obviously the investigation is the entire show, but each episode is broken out into a different person's perspective. So you don't find out who or what committed the murder until the very end. And Tina and I were guessing all the way up through until the end who committed the murder.
Nice.
So it's the after party, 8 episodes, I think, maybe 10. I can never remember. There's some 8 episodes. There are some services where it's like, oh yeah, I know it's Netflix, so it's going to be 13 episodes for some dumb reason. Or,
isn't that weird? I don't know why they haven't settled on
HBO
10. Seems
Max,
like normal.
8 episodes, unless it's British, in which case it'll be 6.
Yeah, they should all just go with 10, or if I really like the show, 12. I guess.
That's right. Yeah.
I guess I'm still picky,
Exactly.
but all right.
So the after party is my Reccamentaling number 2.
Nice. Let's see. Wait, that was your third, right? What was that, 4th?
I'm sorry, that was my 3rd. Yes. Right.
4th?
No, I did
3rd.
Tokyo Vice and then the after party.
So 3rd.
Tokyo Vice and then the after party be 2.
Oh, that'd be. Sorry, I'm going the reverse order. So you did 5 and 4 is what you did.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yes, 5 and 4.
That's where my head was in the opposite math.
Still not 3rd.
Yeah, it's still not 3rd. Either way, no 3rd. All right, my next one is an Apple TV Plus show that I had initially pushed off a little because I had heard some people whine about it, and that was a mistake. It turned out to be one of my favorite things of the year, and some of it was already out for a year, but I, again, waited to watch it this year. And that show is S-E-E on Apple TV Plus. It's about a bunch of blind people in the far distant future, very apocalyptic. All of humanity is blind. You're not exactly sure why. There's some reasons, probably some sort of disease.
Mm-hmm.
They even say that. But this is Jason Momoa, Sylvia Hoeks, Hera Milner, a bunch of people you've maybe not heard of that are all excellent in this thing. And it is, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I cannot recommend it enough. Momoa, even though he's kind of your big star here in terms of recognition, he's not really... The whole thing doesn't just constantly revolve around him, which I think is to the show's credit. He plays obviously a very important role, and he's titular in many ways, but I think the show is very strong as an ensemble piece, and there's a bunch of really great actors in it. In particular, we just saw a dude on Europa Report by the name of, where's his name? Christian Carmago. He plays this character called Tamakti June, one of the most interesting characters on TV. Just straight up fascinating character arc. I loved every second of it. Sylvia Hoeks, you know her from she was a synthetic on or a replicant on Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner, the newer one? Yeah, 2049. Okay.
She was the evil one.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just as menacing here. She's your baddie in this as well, and she's very good. Hera Hilmar, who's actually from the Netherlands, I think, plays Magra, which is this character or this actor I'd never heard of before, didn't know a thing about her, fell in love with this person. She's so good at everything she does. Other people like Alfred Woodard is in this, David Hewlett's in this, and Dave Bautista is in it for the whole second season. He is a major character and is fantastic. I can't say enough about C, and also I would recommend that you see it.
Ha! And And as they say in Mexico, CC.
Oh, also, it's in this last season was its final, so they knew what they wanted to do. They were like, we're doing 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Stephen Knight, the show creator, you know him from it's the other show he's famous for. Hold on. It was something that what was it? Oh, damn it, I can't remember. Oh, Peaky Blinders. That's his show.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that guy's got some
I don't know what's
history.
taking me so long to watch C. I need to see C.
It's C's great. It really is great.
Yeah.
And
then I'll email you that I've watched C, and I'll CC Randy because he also told me to CC.
Yeah, everybody's saying CC. You will CC us all, and then we'll have some cookies and cream later, which we could also call CC.
Yeah.
Anyway, available now,
Listen to
all of
some
it.
CNC Music Factory.
Watch all 3. Oh, and the music by Bear McCreary, which he's never bad. He's always good. He just won Best Music at the Game Awards for God of War. He does all the music for C. Top shelf shit. It's so good. The intro alone is worth your time. All right. Brian, that was my number, whatever. What's your next one? I have 2 left, is all I know.
Yes, I have 2 left as well. No, I have.
You have
why do I
3.
have 3 left.
You have
Yes,
3 because I
okay,
started,
yes.
yeah.
Jeez Louise. Let's wrap up 2022 with not being able to count down from 5 to 1. That doesn't encapsulate 2022 in a nutshell.
Yep.
All right, this one will surprise nobody because this was the best movie to bite me in the RRRs, and that is the movie RRR, the newest thing on my list of Reccamentals. This is the biggest budget Indian film ever created, and if you don't see this come Oscar time, at least for Best Original Song, for Best Foreign Language Film, it's a lock to win Best Foreign Language Film. I'm just going to say that right now.
Really?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't think anything else can top it. But it's also got some actors you know. For example, Ray Stevenson, who played Frank Castle, the Punisher. Alison Doody, who has not just a great name, but also was a Bond girl and then went on to play Elsa in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so it's a Tollywood film, not to be confused with a Bollywood film, but there's a small distinctions, but might as well be a Bollywood film. It is fantastic. It's 3 hours to carve out to watch, but again, you can split it up and watch it in 2 parts. It is so good. I've raved about this to everybody I know, preaching to people to say, "Hey, it's time for you to watch RRR. You need to get on it."
You know what's funny is he's got these 2 other movies called Bal Buli, the beginning, and Bal Buli 2, the conclusion. Those are rated higher currently than RRR.
Really?
2015.
SS Rajamoul?
Yeah, it says. Let's see. 2015 and 2017, 8 and 8.2. Triple R is currently at 7.9. So I wonder if he's actually got stuff out there that's like even more insane, and we just did never get it here because we're
Yeah, I guess so. Well, now I want to see these other 2, Bahubali and Bahubali 2.
Yeah, Bahubali. That's it.
It's Telugu, which is why it's Tollywood and not Bollywood. And Luke Sightwalker asks, is it a typical Bollywood musical? And I would say no, in the fact that you get one song in the middle that's presented as a song and not as moving the plot forward. Where they sing their feelings, and then a typical song as the credits roll, and both of them are infectious as hell, and it's fantastic.
All
yeah,
right.
it is a dance off, but don't let that scare you.
No, I'd say if anything, it's attracting me. I want to see it.
Yeah, unless your name is Ronan the Accuser, in which case a dance off should scare you.
Yeah, all his movies are around just shy of 3 hours.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So the beginning and the conclusion are going to set you back 6 hours of watching.
Yep, it looks great though. I mean, look at this chat. Look at this dude right here. I kind of want to see these other things, but I'll watch Triple R first. That's where I'm going to start.
Watch Triple R first. It's just so good. It's one of those, like every movie on my list and probably every movie on yours is something that we've thought about a lot since watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it leaves a mark, and you think like, oh man, I sure would like to see more of that or watch that again or something like that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up for me is Severance, another Apple TV Plus joint.
Oh, good choice. Yeah.
And boy, did I love Severance. We all did, and I think the only reason it's on my list is because I just happen to be first recommending it, but everybody's seen it.
So true.
And we all loved it. Yeah. And there's not a ton more to say here other than I think a lot of people saw this one. I think this thing will be long remembered for being rad. We'll see how they do with their sophomore season, all that sort of stuff. But it's finally a show where they try to do the kind of Black Mirror Lost sort of thing and do it so well that I'm completely in. I don't care. They don't stick the landing. I don't give a crap. I'm in the whole way. I just think the acting's great. I can't believe this is a Ben Stiller production. Still blows my mind that that's the case. And, Adam Scott, who I already liked, is perfectly cast for this. It's just what a fantastic show. Gosh, and I don't want to give shit away.
The entire cast.
No, nobody's bad. Nobody sucks.
Yeah. Turturro and Walken.
Oh my gosh, John Turturro, dude.
And freaking Medium, Arquette. Yeah,
Patricia Arquette. She's very good.
Arquette.
It's really, really good, and you don't need an Apple device to watch it. I don't know why some in the chat are like, I don't have Apple stuff. You want to play it on anything. I watched it on, the first time through, I watched it on an Xbox Series X, and the next time I'll watch it will probably be on this Roku over here in front of my treadmill.
There's an Apple TV app for your Amazon Fire, for your Roku, for whatever device.
Think of it as Netflix or HBO. It's just an app. It's an app. So you don't have to do anything weird, okay?
And you can sign up for a month, pay free if you I can't remember what their free offer is, but even a month is only going to set you back $5, and we've recommended so much stuff on Apple TV that you'll have no problem filling that month with stuff you want to watch.
So I know we're still in the middle of Slapgate, but has anybody seen that new Will Smith thing on there?
No, and maybe it does feel a little too that cheek is just a little too raw still for me to.
Feels like I'm not in the mood to see him act right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But I kind of want to, I don't know.
I hear his new movie slaps.
Yes, it's a real slapper. All right, so there you go. That's once again Severance, available on Apple TV. Brian, what is your second to last one?
Well, if I didn't hook you with Allison Doody, then let's see if I can get you with Imogen Poots. Another great last name.
They got to get them together. Poots and Doody.
Poots and Doody is the new buddy cop film. Yeah. Poots and Doody.
I'd watch that. Hell yeah.
This is look. You want your sci-fi, Scott. You like your sci-fi.
I do, but I know
you also like your Western.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that I could give you both with one series?
I'd say you're a dirty liar. Dirty liar, Brian.
Well, you get ready to be proven wrong. This is a series called Open Range. It's a sci-fi western, neo-western, starring Josh Brolin, Lily Taylor, and the aforementioned Imogen Poots.
Hold on, it's not Open Range, is it?
Open Range.
No, that's different.
No, outer
range. Open Range is the Costner movie.
Did I say open? I thought I said outer.
No, you said open, but you're good.
I did. Okay, funny. Because I'm looking right at my notes of Open
Well,
Range.
I mean, for the record, Open Range is amazing.
Open Range is good too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
old.
That's
not what I'm recommending.
No.
I'm recommending Outer Range. Series on Apple Prime Video. It has been renewed for a second season, so the mysteries that are created in the first season will be hopefully answered in the second season. It's about a Wyoming rancher who finds a weird black hole in one of his fields, and he doesn't know what this hole does or where it goes, and he can't see the bottom of it. But in the process of discovering this thing, he's also joined by a woman, Imogen Poots, shows up, this kind of weird drifter that's got a sort of a connection to both his ranch and the hole. It's very cool, very mysterious, and it's there were a couple really good series like this that came out of Amazon Prime. The other one was the one with J.K. Simmons, where they had the portal in their basement.
Right, that one got canceled.
It did.
Not
And
enough people
like,
saw it, I guess, or something.
Yeah, which
right?
is such a bummer. This one at least is getting its second season, and it's not on HBO Max, so you know it's going to still get its second season,
Yeah.
or at least have a much better chance of getting a second season. It's really good. Outer Range on Amazon Prime
I always forget Imogen Poots was the girl in 28 Weeks Later. She's fantastic in that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It was a long time ago, though. She was like 12.
No kidding.
All right, awesome. I still haven't watched that. I want to watch that. It seems,
Yeah, you need to watch that.
Seems so good.
Before the next season comes around.
Up my alley.
Yes.
My final pick, and this is my number one pick for the year. It's the one that stuck with me the most, and this is actually kind of hard to pick because Severance is real close. A lot of these are real close for me, but for me, it was Station 11.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Station 11 so much. It's based on a comic book, I think.
Yeah. That's right.
But it also uses a comic book, so I always forget. Kind of chicken and egg kind of problem in my head, but
yes. Meta. Yeah.
Yeah. But Mackenzie Davis is the real star here, and the actual star, but also she's really excellent in it, as she is in everything. This is a relatively short series. It's a one-off. There's no sequels to it or anything. There's no other, I guess considered a mini-series. And I saw it in this year, although I think it may have started airing in 2021, but I think it still counts. Mackenzie Davis, Himish Patel. You know him from he's the comedian on Avenue 5 that keeps who's having a real rough time on stage all the time. That's that guy. Love him.
That's another season that I need to finally go back to and finish season 2 or watch all of season 2.
Some people that I didn't expect that really blew my mind. Lori Petty plays a very interesting character, and Enrico Colantoni, how do you say his name?
Colatoni.
The guy who's
Colatoni.
We are so happy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Just Shoot Me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. It's a small role for him, but an excellent one. Anyway, it is another apocalyptic tale. Scott likes those. And it's told through a bunch of timelines. Everybody's survivors of some horrible, devastating flu. Again, this was written before the pandemic, but it aired during the pandemic. So what are you going to do? Anyway, they try to rebuild and reimagine their world, and it's great. Cannot say enough things about this. It stuck with me for a long time. I think it was the acting. The girl that played her younger self, young Kristen, this Matilda Lawler girl. I don't know what she's doing this very minute, but damn it, she's good. She was so good. Like when this just got kind of overlooked during Emmy Award season.
Yeah.
I just was like scratching my head. Like, how do you not give that girl best something? She blew my freaking mind. She was so good. And she's been in other stuff since. She's in that new Santa Clauses series that's on Netflix. And
oh, yeah.
The Gilded Age, I think, is also HBO. She's going to go far, but man, that girl blew my effing mind. Anyway, if you want to see something very cool and you don't mind a little apocalypse in your apocalyptic life, I would check out Station 11.
I like that word.
Yeah. And I hope they never take it from streaming because it's amazing. Station 11 is the name.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me all year long. All right, Brian, give us your big final one.
I don't know how did we do this where did I start? Or no, you started, didn't you? That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was like, how did you get to your top one before I got to mine?
Yep.
That's what's been throwing me off this whole time. My number one is a series that was on Netflix that is so damn weird. It almost defies explanation. It is a series called Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Oh yeah.
And this is about a writer that moves to LA. Director that moves to LA, young director, played by Rosa Salazar. And her first encounter with anybody in LA and Hollywood turns out to be this real a-hole named Lou, who screws her over for her project.
Played by Eric Lang. He's so good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she vows to get revenge, and she does that by enlisting the services of a witch played by Catherine Keener. A fantastic Catherine Keener. Like, this is Catherine Keener as good as Get Out Catherine Keener.
I fully agree. She in a lot of ways stole the show. Every time she was on camera, you're like, you lady are better than any of this. You were insane.
No kidding.
She's so
and
good.
being John Malkovich, Catherine Keener, I mean, she's just so good. So anyway, it's on Netflix. You're going to watch somebody puke up a kitten. I'm just going to say it.
Multiple times. Yeah. More than once.
Multiple times. Many kittens. A litter.
A litter of kittens. Yeah, it is. You recommended this, and I think I turned right around and watched it like the day after or started it, and you were dead on. It is one of the weirdest, dark but funny, strangest things I've ever seen. Just loved it.
And it's another thing that's got makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Just the way it's filmed makes you feel a little bit on edge and not so far as to give you anxiety, but just that a little unease, and it's so well written and so well shot, and is absolutely worth.
I always forget she was in Alita: Battle Angel. I always forget.
Rosa Salazar with her big massive CGI eyes, right?
CGI eyes.
CGI eyes. I still need to see that, but
same. I've never seen it either. And that's one of those where I'm just like, that looks dumb. I like Rodriguez a lot. I like his movies, but sometimes they're hit and miss. And then I just don't get around to it. And I think this is even streaming right now. I should probably just watch it.
You definitely should. Yeah. Or we both should, and then we can see if it's any good. So brand new cherry flavors on Netflix, and is my number one recommendation. It's listed as a horror drama streaming television, but I would say it's not scary horror, and it's almost even a little bit comedy horror, quirky comedy horror.
I agree. I laughed out loud in parts of it. Yeah. It doesn't take itself so seriously, but it also, I don't know, it's like if Cronenberg and I don't know who else. I can't think of another director that would be the other side of it. It's a very unique thing that just feels like its own thing, and I don't know where this dude goes next, but I'll follow that guy into a fire. Nick Antikoska is his name. Let's see. Yeah, does he have anything new coming up? Brand new cherry. He wrote Antlers. I liked Antlers. That was a scary movie.
Yes, that was really good. Yeah. And that wasn't super. Oh wait, Antlers. Now you know what I'm thinking of. The one, is that the one with the little kid who has?
Yeah, I keep seeing big antler creature. What's her Felicity's in it?
Oh, then no, I'm thinking of something else that was a series that had a little kid that had antlers, and they were protecting him from.
Oh no, that's that Nicole recommended it, but I also saw it, and I also read the comic. It's called
Sweet Tooth.
Thank
you,
jeez.
Claire. Yes. Yeah.
Sweet. That comic series is a must read. It's so good.
That's cool. Yeah, never knew it was.
Antlers was good. It didn't review very well, but I liked it. And I had Kerry Russell and Jesse Plemons and Graham Greene and some cool actors,
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to throw a real quick honorable mention in here, only because I recommended it on the very last Recommentals of 2021. But Tick Tick Boom, which is Lin-Manuel Miranda, the musical, kind of a semi-autobiographical story of Jonathan Larson, the guy who wrote Rent. And Andrew Garfield stars in it. And if you didn't know Andrew Garfield could sing, this will just blow your mind, because boy, he's a good Spider-Man and he's a great singer. And if you like Rent, if you like Hamilton, you'll love Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah,
and it's streaming still on Netflix.
It's an original, right? I think.
No, I don't think so, because it was on Hulu up until.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I take that back. I think it might be. I could have sworn we watched it on Hulu initially, and then it disappeared from Hulu and moved to Netflix. But it does. I see Netflix at the very bottom of the poster. So.
Yeah, I thought it was one of their Oscar grabs that they were.
It might be.
Doing.
So, Tick Tick Boom, little honorable mention only because it was right at the end of 2021.
Well, there you go. That's our favorites for Recommentals. Boy, it's good we did this list without the other two.
Yes,
because
I know.
we'd be going for another 2 hours.
And without Tom, right? This is
this is longer than I thought it would be. But all good. Thank you all for listening to that. Hopefully some of those recommendations make sense to you. And if you want to track them and find them, you don't have to go far. Go to quicktms.li, and you'll find all of those, plus the many we didn't mention.
That's
available now.
Yep, I've got both of our new Recommentals and our top fives in the place where you normally see Nicole and Randy's Reccamentals, we have our lists.
That's right.
So.
Tomorrow we will have a regular show of the show. We're going to be here. Wendy won't be here, but we will have Amy and a good book recommendation. A nice, simple, chill Thursday.
Cool.
Here on TMS. So look forward to that. If you're a patron, you already know how rad it is to be one, and I'm very grateful for all of you who are. But if you're not, and you'd like an experience that is never with a commercial, never without pre-show content, always with the couch parties and the play dates and the art and the mail and the other monthly benefits or monthly benefits, then head on over to patreon.com/TMS and learn for yourself why this is the time more than ever. That's it for us. Brian, we should play a song on our way out. Do you have one?
I do. Stephanie, who trying to think, I met her in Chicago before the last Geek Bowl, and I'm trying to think. I don't think she's been to any of our other events. Her and her husband Kyle, or life partner Kyle, I guess I should say. Hello, Scrooge and Grinch. That's a nice little combo. Except Grinch doesn't begin with a B, so
Bench.
Jacob Barley. I have a request for a very special birthday today, December 27th. Yeah, this would have been yesterday, but we're moving it to today. Meeting Kyle, my best friend and life partner, back in 2008 was the best thing to ever happen to me. I am so thankful to have found someone so early in my life, as dating in today's world looks like a total nightmare. I have met so many people over the years, and no one has ever come close to having anywhere near the compatibility that Kyle and I share. These last few years have been hard, not just because of COVID and the financial struggles brought upon us by the world, but because of our opposite work schedules that have prevented us from spending every waking moment together like we used to. I'd like to say that last part is an exaggeration, but we really did see each other 24/7.
Wow.
I miss you, Kyle. I've been so grateful to have grown with you as one over the last decade, and it's still only just the start of our amazing life together. So here's your song. Initially, I had no idea what song I was going to request for your birthday this year. We do a TMS request for each other every year, and I'm trying to avoid repeats. I know you've developed a seemingly random and personally unjustified love for Avril Lavigne this year. Kind of did. It could be worse. What is justified is that our favorite, Churches, did a cover of Avril's song, I'm With You. I can handle that, I suppose. Kyle, you are great. Have fun listening to this episode at work tonight, even though he's off today, so he'll get to hear it live. And thank you, Brian and Scott, for the amazing shows that you do and for making these requests possible. Love, Stephanie and Toothless and Salem and Olive and 11, who I'm assuming are all animals and not poorly named children.
I agree. Because those children will regret your choices as they age. So I hope those are.
We will be answering their questions on a future Therapy Thursday.
Sooner than you think.
That's right. All right, so let's get to it. Here is their cover, or Church's cover of Avril Lavigne's "I'm With You." This is a single that they released as part of an Apple iTunes session. So that's where you hear it, or right here is where you hear it. Here's Church's.
Nice. Let's play it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You don't have your gravity belt on.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, because then you just float around.
Yeah,
like
how are you going to...
fizzy lifting drinks.
Exactly. How you survive